I'm Elspeth Maxwell. I'm co-founder of Dog and Fox Design, which I run with my husband, Johnny Thomas. We work with good people on worthwhile projects that make a difference. And a big part of what we do is helping organisations communicate complex ideas in ways that feel clear, imaginative and human. That might mean reports, games, classroom resources, exhibitions, comics or interactive tools. We're always looking for unexpected ways to help people communicate what's important. Well, for me, I'd set up Dog and Fox a couple of years ago. Before that, I'd spent more than 20 years in creative agencies, so from Manhattan to Leith, and I was very comfortable with the creative side of the business, but I didn't really understand the financial side of running a business. I got into it to create, and that this was something that I knew I needed to improve my knowledge on, but I needed the help to do that. I also realised that if I want Dog and Fox to be sustainable for the next 20 or 30 years, I need to understand the health of the business properly. I think when I spoke to you and we met, you had said something that really stayed with me, which is that numbers are the language of business, and I realised that I needed the help. I didn't want to feel reactive anymore. I wanted to understand what was coming in, what was going out, what was working and where we were heading. I needed clarification on that. The story that the numbers are telling you, I think that for me was a really great mind shift kind of when you use that analogy, understanding the story that the numbers are telling you, that really clicked for me. I think the biggest change was my confidence, and I feel in control of the studio now. I actually enjoy doing the bookkeeping. I actually find it good fun now. But it's because I understand what I'm looking at and why it matters. I think before that I really needed to drill down and understand what that was, and that's where I needed your help in doing that. Another thing that you'd mentioned as we've been working together, Maria, was what doesn't get measured doesn't get changed. So yes. If you can measure something, you can improve it, and that's been the biggest mind shift kind of change for me. I can see that I'm much better at long-term thinking. So instead of constantly reacting, I plan ahead, make decisions proactively. It's helped me to understand the value of what Dog and Fox offers and where the business itself is strongest. It's really helped me to drill down and understand that, and then work to improve all of those areas as well. I think for me, I've got to be really honest, is that the anxiety around the numbers disappeared. So that was through meeting, a couple of times a month over, a few months. That feeling for me, that uplift allowed me to focus on my business, and I needed that support there. So if I was to say to someone who was on the fence, I would say this is, or for me anyway, this has been an investment in the business and in myself, because I think what really stands out is the support and the encouragement that you brought to the process. I knew you were rooting for me from the beginning, and I really appreciate that you saw that kind of change in my mindset and that you've been there along the way to do that. And for me, it's so valuable to come away with a kind of clarity, confidence and a much stronger understanding of the business. Collaborative and creative process in that way as well. I didn't realise that there could be that understanding the numbers, and that's what's been wonderful about working with you.